Let me welcome you, my dear students. My name is Saima and I am teaching you the subject Discourse Studies. This is our fifth learning session in which we are going to discuss about the multimodal discourse analysis. In our previous lecture, we have discussed pragmatics, and we have discussed in that pragmatics lecture the definition of pragmatics, language, context and discourse. We have discussed speech act theory and utterance. We have discussed speech act classification. We have discussed politeness and interaction. We have discussed direct and indirect speech. We have discussed cross-culture pragmatics. So that is about our previous lecture, but we are going to discuss in this lecture, that is multimodal discourse analysis, background of multimodal discourse analysis, examples of multimodal discourse analysis, genre, speech act and multimodality, multimodal and newspaper genre, multimodal and film trailer, limitation of multimodal discourse analysis. So let's start with the multimodal discourse analysis. So what do you think, what is multimodal? So what is multimodal? It's quite simple. The multimodal discourse analysis is basically the application of various mode of multimode. What is multimode? So application of various mode in data, and if your data consists of more than one or two modes such as words, picture, color, sounds, images, that is called multimodal or the multimodes. So let's start with the multimodal discourse analysis. That is, multimodal discourse analysis consists of how text draws on modes of communication such as picture, film, video, images and sound in combination with words to make meaning. Application of various modes in data is called multimode. If your data consists of more than one mode such as words, picture, color, sound, images, etc., the analysis of those multimodes or data is called multimodal discourse analysis. How text in combination with sound, video, images, words, data and application of that or these things is called multimodal text. And analysis of that multimodal text is called multimodal discourse analysis. It has examined genre as well as genres such as web pages, film and television programs. It considers how multimodal texts are designed and how semiotics tools such as color, framing, focus and positioning elements contribute to the making of meaning in the text. So if we talk about what is multimodal, or before I start my discussion of multimodal discourse analysis, let me discuss here what is multimedia. So a sound that consists of sounds, words, colors, pictures, words, etc. is called the multimedia. So print genre, movie, poster or film analysis like film likes Brave, Frozen in combination of sound, color, framing, picture, etc. These are called semiotic tools. Analysis of these kind of tools is called multimodal discourse analysis or the multimedia analysis. So how to position them? Semiotics tools must be positioned orderly. This is how we analyze a text or analyze a mode. So let's discuss the background. Let's discuss the background to multimodal discourse analysis. According to Halliday school of thought, language is a social semiotics, while semiotic is the study of words, gesture, posture, signs, symbols, etc. So much of the work in multimodal discourse draws from Halliday school or the Halliday social semiotic approach to the language. So a view that consider language as one among a number of semiotics resources such as gesture, images, music that people use to communicate or to make meaning with each other. So if you talk about Halliday, who have discussed in 2009, describes three types of social meanings of or the functions that are draws on simultaneously in the use of language, that is ideational, interpersonal and textual meaning. The first one is the ideational. So what the text is about, it talks about the language and thought is called ideational. And interpersonal, it is basically the relationship between participant is called interpersonal. If we talk about the textual meaning, how the meaning is organized, so this is all about the three functions or the three social meanings. So if we talk about that, when we think about the idea, that is called psycholinguistics, and when idea is spoken in the society, that is called social linguistics, and how to arrange the idea with words, that is called basically the interpersonal. So we can discuss here the use of multimodal discourse, both establish a proximity to the event and engage people in the events. It compresses distance and bring images and experience into people's home. This moves the viewer from a position of spectator to the position of witness of the events. So the multimodal use of discourse is as much as feature of print gesture or the print genre as it is of television genre. For example, the presentation of women and men in magazine rely just on words on the pages, not just in words but also on the pages, and it relies but much on the images that are accompany to the words. So Machine and Thorenbauer, who basically they both are the philosopher and thinker, argues that the print genres such as magazine are not just selling the magazines to the reader, it also about the selling values of independence, power and fun. So let's discuss the example of multimodal discourse. So we can simply say that the social relationship between an image and its viewer is strongly influenced by whether the subject in the image establish eye contact with the viewer or does not. Each of the possibility could be seen as an example of mode where the eye contact could suggest a demand, whereas no eye contact might suggest an offer. So let me share a picture here. Miss, what do you think? This picture show that the point of view or the perspective of the image is also relevant here. For example, this is a horizontal image, suggests involvement as the viewer on the same level. Means we both are at the same level, and the subject of the image, it means it shows us, means we can see the eye contact. This is the eye contact that could demand something from the reader. So we can say that a high angle shot might suggest superiority and low angle show the respect, but this is the horizontal image, so it shows the involvement of the viewer, that you as a viewer involved in this image. So what is this? It is all about, we have discussed here. So much of the work in multimodal discourse analysis draws from Halliday's social semiotics approach to language view that consider language as among number of semiotic resources such as genre, images and music. The people use, communicate or make meaning with each other. If we talk about here, means what is the meaning of this text? This is ideational, in which we can say that means the text is about. What the text is about means this is all about the cosmetics. If you are going to use this kind of cosmetic, you will be able to look like this model or this image or this subject. And what is interpersonal? The relationship between the participant. If the participant is the female, she will use that kind of thing means what is the meaning of that? This means you will, if the prime your brain and body for new level of satisfaction, if you are going to use these kind of things. And what is all about the textual meaning? Means that is basically organized. What do you going to think about it? Then if we talk about the Time magazine picture of Michelle Obama, so she looks straight at the camera. Let me share here her picture. So the Time magazine picture of Michelle Obama, she looks straight at the camera, establish eye contact with the reader. Her face occupies the whole page. What do you think? That provides closeness. The shot is horizontal, suggests the reader is on the same level as the subject of the image. The layout and the placement of the image is also significant, in that the each convey a certain information value well as communicate silence of the masses. As you people are thinking that this is a magazine picture and it doesn't tell us, no, this is your thinking. I already told you silence is a language that is strong than the words. So the image of Michelle Obama is centrally placed on the page so as to be most eye-catching. Occupy the whole page, dominating in it a way gives weight to the image, centrally framed with the text showing how they belong together, the meaning of Michelle. So if we talk about Chris, that Chris 2010 multimodal discourse analysis approach, that is basically what is at the top is ideal, what is at the bottom is real. So what do you think? Black suggests the past. Now they are in the position being center. So she is now in center. If if the image means we can say if the image is in the center, that is talking about that I am in the position or in the power. So if I can afford and represent the center, why don't you people effort for being in the central position? So this is all about the description of this picture. So let's discuss the Genre Speech Act and multimodality. So Van Leeuwen discussed the relationship between Speech Act and genre in relation to multimodality, using these two notions to capture the how and what of multimodal communication. A key point drawn from Speech Act theory is both illocutionary act and the perlocutionary act. For example, here I am going to discuss about the advertisement of illocutionary act. So advertisement of Fair and Lovely, what does it mean? Means an advertisement may aim to persuade a person to buy a product, a particular product, that is illocutionary act. If a person is convinced by the advertisement and by the product, this is an effect of perlocutionary act. So let's discuss here an other print media or an other, we can say that this is a cartoonic image. So my dear students, in this picture we can say that it shows, this is an old picture of 2021. So in this picture, what do you think? That shows that discourse has knowledge everywhere. So discourse is the means we can say here the subordinate and the superordinate. So here we can see that this USA shows that I am the superordinate and the other one is subordinate. So it shows that Pakistan done more to satisfy America, but America order do more. So it talks about the democracy. So this discourse, we can say discourses are highly linked with, and you need knowledge of various type of unpack to to unpack the discourse. So it's all about the Pakistani Prime Minister he was the Pakistani Prime Minister in 19. So the Pakistani Prime Minister is basically here you can see the ordering of American Prime Minister who can simply ordering, and we are not your servant. This is basically gesture of a we can say that the gesture of the Pakistani Prime Minister is, I am not your servant, we are not your servant anymore, now it's your turn to do for us. So this is basically from do more to no more. So I am elected, and how you need to do work for us. We Pakistan will not work for you as your previous government did for us. So this showing politically strongness and strong democracy, that shows that the finality means showing the power of how the power is shown, mean the subordinate is very powerful, and talking means who is showing the gesture that I am not your servant. So this picture shows this kind of text. I'm going to assign you an assignment, means this is a new cartonic picture or the image. You are going to write an assignment of 200 words and send me on my email address that is that is tagged in this video. So let's discuss here the multimodal and newspaper genre. As you people know, this is also taken from a newspaper genre. So image nuclear news stories. Stories comprise just a photography and a heading or a caption. So we can say that news bites online newspaper text which comprise a headline and an image which hyperlink to the fully story. Means you can see that they just write something and tag the picture there to hyperlink it. Means you are going to understand the whole story or the whole background means whole background of the story. So what is the next? That is multimodal and film thriller. It is all about the implicity promotional. So that relates to information that is part of the story of the film. Diegetic information, that means they just we can say here that if they show you the trailer, you people are interested in that. That is implicitly promotional. But what is explicitly promotional? That is the often mixed together information about the story of the film and information that is not part of the story of the film. Non-diegetic information such as voiceover, commentaries, eventations and recommendations. So this is all about the multimodal and film trailers. Now we are going to discuss about the limitation of multimodal discourse analysis. So it's quite simple. The amount of time it takes to do this kind of analysis means it is certain. In certain cases, such type of analysis privileges the specialist notion understanding of the text and may not match with the ordinary people's perception. So multimodal analysis less often look at reader and viewer reading of text. So reader perspective is ignored in this. It is time consuming, so less attention is given to the aspect of language. So we can say the analysis that some stages can be quite technical. It can also be very interperspective or the interpretation, means you are not going to interpret it. There is less information is given to you. You are not you people are not going to interpret it fully. So the issue of how the analysis can be linked to wider social issues, whether means this is not means the analysis at some stages are quite technical, so you are not going to interpret it fully. So we can say that less attention is given to the language aspect. This is all about the limitation of multimodal discourse analysis. So this is all about our lecture. Thank you so much and good luck.